Everyone, welcome back to Time Channel. Today we're going to play some more horror romance. This time we're going to do Freddy's route. Let's begin. Before we begin, there's some things I should tell you about myself. What is my name? YN. My name's YN. Where are my pronouns? She, her. My name's YN and my pronouns are she, her. Is that correct? Yes. Chapter 1, Arrival at Amityville. No, stay away from me. Come here, you old butt. I said get away from me. Same dream as always. Until I ever get to sleep without nightmares. I blink and scratch my eyelids. I gotta remind myself not to sleep on a moving bus. I got a headache and maybe a concussion for every time my head hit the window while sleeping. Because we didn't use our backpack as a pillow. I search inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is to check for notifications, or at least to make it so our head doesn't hit the window. Ryan turns on the phone and sees two notifications. Two messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. Ryan, please contact me whenever you have it to Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. I prefer not to owe anything for my landlord just yet. Thank you for caring, but I'll go to the cafe before heading to the apartment. I gotta sort out all the purchase paperwork. Ryan slides into next message from one new waitress, Carrie. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be in the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thank you, Carrie. Please don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitress gig. We'll work on the cafe later. I spent all night inside a bus. I gotta get to the cafe, then the new apartment, and then I'm back. My body's hurting. I'll kill for a cappuccino right now. We can make our own cappuccino. The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been behind bars for the last few years, and I got through many jobs saving to finally get my own place, my own business. And finally now that I'm the newer, I feel indifferent. Indifferent, after all. I don't feel anything yet. It's been a while since I really felt something. I stopped distracting and grabbed my suitcase to go home. I choose to get home after a tiring day. I can't believe I'm here, so far away from my old home, away from Mom, and far away from my stepdad. Just remembering makes me have a stomachache. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. It really was. Though if we didn't, we wouldn't meet these guys. Crap. Sun's barely rising and I gotta get up already. I gotta get out of bed, question my life choices. After a bit, I get up and go to my small kitchen. I open up the fridge, just a few things I got last night to eat. I'm gonna do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter. I make a light breakfast to get to work. I cook and eat my food while dressing and rushing to the door, shrieking when I found my landlord right in front of me. Good day to you, too. Just wanted to check on how my new tenant was doing. Creepy guy. I'm fine. How did you know? Didn't. I just came to check up, and you opened the door before I knocked. No, he was waiting. He wanted to kill us. Oh, yeah, I understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. I got to set everything up for the cafe's reopening. The old cafe? You bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're in it to here. Does it have a new name? Yeah, it's Final Girl. Because a horror-themed cafe should be named Final Girl. Or Slasher, but Final Girl. Yeah, it's Final Girl. That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Gosh, I hope he doesn't. This guy gives me chills. If I always step into the street before going to the cafe, I have to go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. As I step away from the apartment building, I start to feel something odd. It's Ghostface. That feeling of being watched. Nevertheless, when I looked to my sides in search of the person, I realized that there's no one in the streets. Maybe my paranoia is back. I could walk down the street uneasy, thanks to the GPS I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need. Milk, almond milk, vanilla, cocoa, Electra, and a treat for myself, a chocolate bar. I get out of the market with my shopping items, realizing that the sun's slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks to being distracted, I didn't know someone in front of me, and bumped into what feels like a brick wall. Jason. He's a nice brick wall, nice and firm. When I look up to see a really big guy using a weird and worn-out hockey mask, I feel shivers down my spine while seeing him. He doesn't say anything, just stares. After a bit, I realize he's not looking at me, but at the chocolate bar in my hand. Oh, I get, he wants some. Sure, the chocolate bar. I left my bags on the floor. I get up and with both my hands, I break the chocolate bar into two. Here, sharing won't kill me. Definitely won't. Especially with him. If we didn't, he will. The guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolate bar for a few seconds. He steps and proceeds to move his hand and paws in a gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute and quickly realize that what he's saying is sign language. I then move my hand to answer, "You're welcome." One of the main things I learned in prison, thanks to the free time. Now that I'm glad I learned it in a way. Finally, I grab my things and leave the big guy behind. Get into the cafe and find someone at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew it. She was my new waitress, Carrie. Oh, you must be Wyan. I'm sorry. I got here too early. Should I come back later or? No. You stay. Don't worry, actually, it's quite convenient. I have to set everything up, and cleaning was going to take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yeah, right away. Carrie quickly sidestepped inside, and I opened the door. As I opened the door, I told her where the cleaning supplies were. Cleaning tools were. I went behind the bar, setting the groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the creamer inside the shelves, and set the cups in an accessible place. I place all the pastries and desserts on the shelf next to the counter. And when I'm done, I'm in front of the impeccable calf. Carrie even places a cafe. Carrie even places tablecloths on each table. Weird. Did we even have those? No, she just conjured them up. Literally. She stole them from next door. Now, Carrie, what a quick worker. Thank you. I guess we can open up early. It was nothing. I'm really good at cleaner. I change. Carrie went behind the bar and put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hung up the open sign. I had already put the advertisements in the newspaper, along with a coupon, and I had advantage of the cafe being right in front of the park. I come back to the bar, approaching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how to use up a special machine. Have you ever tried one of these? Sorry, I haven't. I never had something like that. Here have I. She almost had a heart attack when she had to say no. I just nod. Easy. You don't have to worry about not knowing. It's okay. Not everyone knows about this. Let me explain. I taught Carrie the basics about coffee. Fill the water, put the coffee on the pot to filter, and show her how to level up the coffee. Then I put the pot to filler back and finally started the machine. Voila! Just like that. Wow! I thought it would be harder. The machine won't be a problem. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it's not. It's got tricks. Well, now memorize the menu and the ingredients. A client arrived. A client arrived. I already know who he is. So I told Carrie to bring them a coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing a dark-haired tall man. His most notable feature being a metallic hand. Welcome to Final Girl Cafe. What can I offer you? Look at that. The old crab hole's reopened. And with a hottie serving, too. Last summer looked like he got a stick up his butt. The man laughed. I don't know if I should laugh or raise an eyebrow. I didn't get to know much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, give me your Americano with whiskey. The old owner after give them all this. We don't have that on our menu. Oh, come on. You don't have a good coffee without whiskey. Ain't no pushover. You don't have a good bottle in there. You're the only one I don't want to change no matter what. Even, oh no, I know if we give them alcohol free, it's not going to kill us. Okay, I'm going to probably get them alcohol free. Anyway, nope, I don't have permission to sell alcohol. You can add it by yourself. God darn it. You can sit down if you wish. Your coffee's on the way. It's okay, I'll wait here. I'm in a hurry. I make his coffee, serve it in a cup, and hand it to him. The man takes his cup, still having a sour expression, and sips the coffee. His face changes and relaxes once he does. Wow, it actually tastes quite good. I'll keep stopping by. Next time, I'll bring my whiskey. I was like, I don't want to be mean to him, but I want to put the whiskey in there, even though I don't drink. Here you go, Dollface. You pay up into your pay in your tip. He takes my hand and puts something in besides pay, closing it. It's for good luck. Trust me, I wouldn't want anything happening to my new favorite barista. And plus, it's called Final Girl. It's being horror themed. We definitely shouldn't be giving people alcohol because there's rules. There's rules to this phobia. Okay, I'll stop. By not drinking alcohol. This town's weird and quite dangerous. To watch your back. He pats my hand and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. I look at the strange man walking away. Walk away. My eyes retract themselves to my still closed hand. Doubtful. I open it to find the frickiest crap I've seen in years. It's a frickin' dried severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. I look at the door without knowing what the heck all that was about. I hear Carrie approaching me, and so I hurry, putting the finger in my pocket, and the money in my register. I just put it in thinking it's tricking us. Our first client, how much was it? I know some childish happiness coming from her, and I couldn't help but smile. An amazing $1.25. She noticed I was kidding and laughed cheerily. Good enough to retire, right? I laughed, realizing the joke's still ongoing. At the exact moment, I noticed an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude. When the bell chimes once again. Before looking at the door, I looked at Carrie's face. At first, she was surprised to see who entered. Then her face changed into discomfort. Oh no, it's her. It's who? I turned around and looked at the door to see who it was. While I heard Carrie running away into the storage room, I just see a blonde young girl dressed in fancy branded clothing. She's got quite an unfriendly face. Her nose was wrinkled, almost as she smelled something awful. Another stupid town cafe. Beg your pardon? I want a foam-free tri-latte, 5 decaffeinated shots, pumpkin essence, and no foam. 208 degrees Fahrenheit. I blanked, not getting this kid's attitude. Emily realized this is one of those rich Italian kids, right? My favorite kind of people to talk to. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot. You could get burnt. I'm sorry, are you deaf? I didn't ask for your advice. I asked for coffee. Don't question and do your damn job. We should have a sign. We could be service any time. Some restaurants do have that. I take a deep breath and grit my teeth. Decline and ask her to leave. I'm sorry, we don't have that on the menu, and it's irresponsible to make coffee at that temperature. What? How do you not have a tri-latte? What kind of rundown cafe is this? We open, and we don't have pumpkin essence. I don't know if we could get it. When we could get it. What a tragedy. And points at the sign, and your attitude sucks. Actually, the pumpkin essence is right behind the counter, below the counter, unopened. I refuse to make her coffee. Life's shown me that things are asked with respect and education, and this rich girl's got none of them. Not even class. You're doing it on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm Channel Auburn. My dad's the mayor. I'll make your frickin' excuse of a cafe shut down. You'll end up on the street. Good luck of that. They can shut down a cafe for not having pumpkin essence? She pierces my soul with her eyes. She doesn't appreciate my tone at all. But I just smile. You think you're so smart, huh? I'll make you regret this. She turns around, almost hitting me with her blonde hair, and walks away. Her angered heels hit the floor with each step, make her presence known. Thank you for visiting. Come back soon. It's like, never. Don't come back. I'm so sorry. Challenge scares me to death. I hid in the storage room. Don't worry. I can see why. I saw everything well. Almost everything. You're so brave. She says it with admiration. I shrug off, not taking note of it. When you've been in the prison and lived while I live, it makes more than a whimsy child body to scare you. Takes more. People can only intimidate you if you let them, Carrie. Now come on, we gotta organize some stuff back there. We didn't get many more customers, just a few, but at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy, and most of the storage room is fully organized now. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now we just gotta take the tables back and close. I asked Carrie to place them on the sign. Please turn the sign from open to close, and she does. She comes back with me to organize the chair until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room, going back for it. I think the first day's over. I hear a door opening and the bell chiming. Someone entered the cafe. That's just my luck. Hey, Chucky. I'm so lucky I got here just in time. A hot caramel macchiato with double vanilla. And don't get too small with the caramel. Raise eyebrow looking at him. A short red-headed boy with scars on his face. This town's sure full of interesting people. He kind of looks like a doll. Or is that just my imagination? He leaned on the counter and is now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy a coffee. Sorry, but we're closed already. Isn't he a bit too small to consume caffeine? Then just give it to him anyway. It's not gonna hurt him. Oh, my bad. Didn't see the sign. You gotta serve him anyway, though, right? Client's always right. Get up and make his coffee. I sigh and go to the bar. It's not that I think the client's always right, but after such a hard day, I don't want more trouble. Now I get why the last owner was so bitter. Making a caramel macchiato took less than I thought with the boys' indications. It looks like he isn't taking his eyes off me while I'm preparing the drink, like he's making sure it's just how he wants it. I place the coffee in front of him. On the bar, his mouth changes into a big grin without looking away from me. His huge blue eyes pierce my soul. At least it seems like he likes what he sees, whatever it is he's seeing. He's checking us out. Here you go. The redhead takes the glass and sips. A few seconds later, he nods, pleased. I feel the sugar ticking in already. A deal for a long night. Killing people. He laughs in a quiet, unique manner, winking at me and handing the exact amount of money. He continues drinking the coffee without moving at all, like he owns the place, and time doesn't matter. Excuse me, we're closing, as I was saying. Oh yeah, right. I get the hint. Don't be so grumpy, or you grow wrinkles. You'll be ashamed to ruin such a pretty face. Well, he didn't get the paper glass in. Wait, is this little guy flirting with me? Yes, he is. I was speechless for a few seconds when he uses to turn around and walk to the door without any worries. I found my bag. We can go. Why do you seem so tired of all of a sudden? Chucky. I scratch my eyelids. I probably look like crap, which is exactly how I feel at that moment. Forget it. Let's go. I walk back home after closing up the cafe with Carrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she lacks courage. She reminds me of myself when I was younger, maybe on the inside. I'm a bit jealous of her innocence. And I'm distracted. My senses are still keen. Can't stop feeling someone looking at me from the back. Is my parallel back? No, it's not my imagination. I'm hearing footsteps. I don't want to go home with someone following me. They know where I live. And it can only get worse from there. Why is everything happening today? I can't stand it. I'm at my goddamn limit. It's Ghostface. He probably already knows where we live. Although my common sense tells me I should run away, I stop walking and look behind me. As I thought, there's no one there. After all, after hearing someone walk behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. I already heard you. You can come out of hiding already. Stop fooling around. There was a sudden movement from inside the shadows. A tall, slender silhouette gets closer and I tense up. I really wanted to believe it was just my imagination, but... Well, I didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do if I don't want them to, you know? The silhouette gets closer to the light between us, which reveals a man in dark leather jacket, black pants, and a mask covering his face. Gotta admit, this is the first time it happens. But there's always a first time. Technically, just took my stocking V card. I stay quiet. I already had a bad day today with Channel and that weird doll. Having an encounter with a masked freak was only making it worse. The weird thing is we knew he was a doll, then heard and we questioned it later. I don't know what you want, but I'm not in the mood. Please leave me alone. I wish it was that easy. The masked man makes a vertical gesture, placing his hand on his chest and then another facing me. But sadly for you, catching me by surprise caught my attention, so no, I won't leave you alone. My eye twitches. I'm definitely about to lose my patience, the little sanity I have left, and everything else. Although I can leave you for a moment in exchange for one simple question. Yes. I said while pinching my nose. I really want to go home as soon as possible. No better way to play along. Alright, you win. Ask me whatever you want. Great. I'll cooperate. Alright, the question is, what's your favorite what's your favorite scary movie? Just that? This freak just wants to know my favorite scary movie. I have to. I think about it before answering, but the answer's easy. Scream. I don't want to say Saw, I just see Scream. Scream, the one with Ghostface. I watch it when I'm bored. The masked man starts to laugh like he's been told a joke. And stab? No, it's Scream. What a sadist. Alright, you're okay for now. I also like it. He definitely does. Cue the uniform. His costume. He says goodbye, still cackling. The next thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. Wait, how did the mask wink at me? I pretend to forget about it. I better just go home before stumbling with another freak and asking what my favorite Disney movie is or something. It's Great Mouse Detective. I keep walking, trying not to think too much about what just happened, and Lilo Stitch. I'm so done with today, so I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower and sleep. I stop walking when I see a big figure distracting the apartment building's door. The unease feeling returns. Please, no more freaks. No, more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right beside my window, the doubts turn into anger. I was already having a crap day, this was just what truly was gonna make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expression changed. He stopped inhaling the smoke. Ask him who he is. Who are you? The stranger adjusted his mask he was wearing, the cigarette in his hand still lit. The message is clear, he doesn't want to talk. Rude, I should have told him to stick the cigarette up his... Michael. Unexpectedly, he finally spoke. I remained silent, waiting to see if he keeps talking, but since he doesn't open his mouth, I'm in charge of carrying the conversation. Do you live around here? I moved in the morning, so I don't know many people. It takes a sweet time answering, but he does nevertheless. He raises his hand and points his thumb to the building that I'm trying again. I live right here. Michael, I've been looking for you. A dirty blonde-haired girl opens the door and grabs him by the arm. It makes me realize how muscular this guy is. This girl looks up at me and surprised. Oh, sorry. Did my brother scare you? Well, at least there's one normal person in the family. He scared me as a kid. Don't worry. We're chatting. Michael spoke to you? That's new. I don't want to cause a bad impression saying otherwise, so I just nod in response. You may have stood out to him. You're new, right? We don't really get many new neighbors around here. My name's Lori, by the way. That's right. I got here this morning. My name's Wyan. It's a pleasure. Likewise, you're sweet, but we're in a bit of a hurry. I'll see you later around here. See you later around here. Don't hesitate to ask if you're out of salt. Her tone lets me know she's just joking in a friendly way, so I laugh and wave them goodbye. I choose to ignore the fact that Lori practically had to drag Michael upstairs once we got inside. I don't ask why he got a janitor suit or a mask. I just pretend it's totally normal. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment. Laying my back on the door and close it, I sigh, relaxing. Fine, at home. I hurry, but I don't have the energy to prepare something to eat. I go to the kitchen and grab some cookies I brought, heading to my room and throwing myself on the bed. I feel heavier as the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What a certainly stressful day. What kind of madman live around here? It's like a cheap movie. It's a crossover. I ate some cookies and fell asleep as soon as I take my pants off in bed. I open my eyes, looking around, startled. I can't recognize where I am, but it's cold, and I hear strange metallic sounds from a place out of view. I get up from the ground, scan my surroundings. I must be dreaming. I start to walk around the place. I can feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt if it's actually a dream. Maybe it's not a dream after all. It definitely is, but if we don't answer him correctly, he could die. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I feel shivers down my spine, but I don't feel the fear I should. I search for the voice's origin, but I can't seem to find it. Instead, now I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. Crackling feels closer. Oh no, this is a dream, I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear somewhere. This is so horrifying. What's the guy? He's a guide. I can hear the steps getting closer, and the escaping of two metal objects going closer. Defend myself. Get out of my dream! I scream, more angry than scared. I turn around to see where the noise was coming from. I manage to see the silhouette in the darkness, wearing a hat and glove with a sharp blade at the end of each finger. He stops on his feet when hearing my voice. By the way his head tilted, he looks confused. What? I managed to startle myself up. Cold sweat running down my face. I look at the ceiling and let out a deep sigh. A groan leaves my mouth as I pinch the bridge of my nose. This day can't get any weirder. I try to sleep again, shifting positions. Chapter 2, A New Idea. I wake up even more tired than yesterday after the nightmare. Sleeping had become a challenge, and anxiety turned sleeping into a whole effort. The sun was peeking through the horizon, but I didn't want to drag on the bedtime anymore, and wasn't doing anything for me either way. I get up to walk down into my little kitchen. I leave the coffee machine to do its thing while I make breakfast. Why don't we just make coffee at our work? I needed some sort of sound that dragged me away from my own thoughts for a while, so I take the remote and turn on the TV. Following the investigation into growing drug trafficking in Amityville, the mayor announces that he's doing everything possible to locate and dismantle the drug trafficking ring. At least I know where to look for a job if the cafe doesn't work. The news anchor. As a news anchor. I change the channel. The news are not the best way to calm anxiety. I zap between channels until I find a criminology series. Maybe it's not the best moment to watch something like this, but it's managed to calm me down. Going back to breakfast, I start making some eggs with bacon and toast. After the toast is done, I pour the cup of coffee and sit down to eat, distracting myself thinking about what needs to be organized for the cafe today. When I'm done eating, I take a shower and dress myself, grooming my hair properly for the day. When I'm ready, the sun's already out, and it's just the time to go to work. As I get out of my house, I have to thank that guy upstairs for giving me a casual encounter with someone that's not Mr. Torrance. I managed to see my strange and energetic neighbor watering the plants in the building. He turns to look at me, and I see his penetrating gaze under the darkness of his mask. "Oh, good morning, Michael, right?" He doesn't say anything. He just looks at me and goes back to what he was doing. But he doesn't take his eyes off me. "Have a good day." I take refuge in a simple courtesy, and headed down the street, noticing that he nodded to me as I passed by. I walk around the city going to the supermarket before going to the cafe for last-minute supplies. It doesn't take me long, so I head to the cafe, which lucky for me is near the supermarket. When I arrive, Carrie's at the door waiting. "Remind me to give you a punctuality bonus." "You don't have to worry about that. The pay's enough for me." I chuckle as I head to open the door and enter the cafe to finally start today's shift. I'm heading to the warehouse to get everything ready. Clean the tables while I take care of the coffee. Right away. I take out some bags of coffee and put them in the basket, along with some spices and milk. I go to the counter to turn on the coffee makers and the blender. I notice that everything is ready, and before I know it, Carrie has already finished with the tables. Already? Crap! You're more agile and faster than you look. It's one thing I'm good at. It's her powers. She's just using it like Sabrina, teenage witch. By the way, you're more dark circles on your eyes. Did you sleep well? To be honest, I haven't slept well for years, but I'm still functional. That's what matters. I know what that's like. But I've learned ways to sleep well despite everything. I'll tell you whatever you want. I answer her goodwill with a smile. Carrie feels like a breath of fresh air in my life, so sweet and genuine. Okay, you can tell me when we're closing. We're all set for now. Put up the sign so customers can come in. Carrie's going to open the cafe and take care of everything behind the counter. Soon some customers come for their coffee. I start to focus on the simple task. Prepare mixed heat serve. I repeat in my head like a mantra that walks to me for a while until a small figure surprises me. Today it came right on time. Yay, Chucky. This again. That's something, I guess. Well, what would you like? Same as yesterday and quick, darling. Well, so I went to make the coffee like he asked for yesterday. Caramel macchiato. I go and set the amount of sugar in it. And just decided to hand it to him his drink without saying anything else. Drink for Charlie? It's Chucky. Or you go for Charles, too. Who the frick is called Chucky? Literally Chucky Finster. Who the frick is called YN? Touche. He almost snatched the glass from my hand, but I didn't reach it. I controlled myself from laughing and handed him a glass. He just shook it. Took it, irritated. However, when he took a sip, all annoyance seemed to leave his face. My favorite. You paired it very well. You'll make me come here more often. Oh, we'll make sure of that. Tipping his hand in cash, not flirtatious attempts. Your loss. I watched a short stack drink his coffee and sit down in the armchair at the back. I saw and watched Carrie walk past him, confused. She's so baffled that she ends up approaching me again. Why is there a good guy doll drinking coffee? What now? A good guy, very popular in the 90s. They recently released a new line, more technological and bigger. You know, modernized. Yeah, I think they decided to go like Megan. Not realizing that Chucky's there. Chucky possessed one again. I hadn't noticed until Gary mentioned it. It was a freaking doll. I think we already knew he was a freaking doll. Yesterday. Indeed, I noticed his hands. He was incubus because he's so well made, but he has small, youthful proportions. I was already wondering how he was holding the cup with both hands. You know what? At this point, I don't want to know anything. Just ignore it. Okay. I choose to ignore the doll. Maybe it's just someone playing with it. Or it's a really well-made costume. Something silly like that. I don't need to focus on that right now. I focus on work. I get an order for almond milk. But Cookie noticed that we're already gone. I need to go find more in the warehouse. In the storage room. I don't think about it much. And after making sure Carrie's taking care of the rest of the customers, I head to the back. I got to the shelf to get the milk amongst the products. I try to stretch to reach up, but someone grabs it. I'm scared to death when I see a hand with sharp claws holding milk and offering it. Looking down, I see a horrible born face, but with very striking features. The guy we're gonna go on a date with. It's the spirit howling. Ah! I jump back and fight. Now it's in the figure in front of me. Who are you? This place is for employees only. Oh, so now you're scared? Hey, did you hear me, sir? Back off or I'll call the police. I'd love to see you try that. I see Ms. examining the milk. Lion, right? You don't seem like anything special, so why couldn't I kill you? Pulls out because of sugarness here in my body. What? Yeah, last night, in the frickin' dream, you weren't scared at all, so you even kicked me out of your nightmare. I process everything he tells me, but it doesn't seem impossible. My dream? Was this guy from the dream? Well, he has a similar silhouette, however, it doesn't make sense. Yep, definitely went nuts now. I end up grabbing the carton of milk from his hand and walk back to the door. Not mentioning that, if we have a hallucination, why would the hallucination be holding the milk? If I ignore him, he'll go away. It's just illusion. I'm hallucinating again. That's all it is. I go out to the bar and focus on making coffee. I start repeating the same thing to myself over and over again. It's a hallucination. Ferris the doll, now him. It's a strange day, and it's not even noon. So, some manners you have. Aren't you taught not to leave others talking to themselves? Actually, no. I was told this. I just told to wander off. Oh, crap. I jump in fright and almost spilled the coffee. But I save it. I finish preparing it. Controlling the shaking of my hands due to the small anxiety attack that was gripped my breathing. Well, I already have hand tremors. Order ready. You can't ignore me forever, you know that, right? I could literally haunt your dreams. Won't be the first one, I assure you. He doesn't seem to be taking any better. He opens his mouth to answer, but the customer who comes for his drink is the one who speaks to him. Can they see him too? Whoa, your makeup's great. It looks so realistic. It's great cosplay. Yeah, whatever. Get lost, moron. He looks like the one from that legend. The one about the dream guy. It's not the triangle. Customers leave, chatting, intrigued by the man in front of me. If they can see him, he's not a fragment of my imagination. Is he real? Then I should stop ignoring him. Who are you? Freddy Krueger, known for the nightmares, but let's just say it didn't turn out too well. He killed everyone. So you like a dreamed entity? A sleep paralysis demon? Something like that. I've explained it too many times already. It's annoying. Stick to that inspiration. Crap, the cities can't be any weirder. And if you want to kill me, why don't you do it now? First off, it's not like that. This is art, you crap. My art. Second, I don't have that much strength and freedom in this earthly world, so I can't. Plus, we have to go on a date with him. But that's where the issue comes in. You were my victim last night, and I couldn't kill you. Why? Definitely not because I have another personality in my brain. Call it Shikada. What do I know? You're the expert. I complained as I was returning to work while serving their order. I saw some girls admiring Freddy's makeup. Wow, your appearance is brutal. I didn't know that this cafe was horror-themed. I listened to them chatter and roll my eyes. These days, young people want blank everything. Which you can't blame them. I could tune ignore Freddy and focus on serving the meals, but I know some more orders starting to come in. More and more, everyone talks to him about Freddy. He starts to convince them continue with the lie of the costume, explaining how he did it, what showman he is. I know some more people joining in to listen to him, but the group also sits down with Chucky. Apparently, he only jokes with insults and people laugh, amused. Do people like this? Well, the Dren is a good draw. Maybe I could talk to the man. No. I have to be out of my mind to have these two working for me. But pseudo dream demon and whatever Chucky is, it's crazy. No, works perfectly fine. Just when I'm about to give up my idea, the plastic princess walks into my cafe. You better make my coffee right today, and without any complaints. I kicked you out last time, if you don't remember. So, out. You're trespassed. If you don't like it, you can always go to another coffee shop. Honey, with my influence and money, you should pray for me to become a regular. Otherwise, you would never be able to. Oh, what an ugly creep. I'm gonna love seeing what she says in chapter 3. Just as ugly as you, but your ugliness comes from inside, Blondie. Excuse me, don't you know who I am, you medium rare beef? You're assaulting him because of his appearance. Shout out. Out. You don't know I don't know all the hags in town. Just the older ones. Maybe I know your mother. You did not just say that. And you. Wait. She points to me with her index finger wrapped in nylon glove. If you don't kick this old creep out, I swear I'll never set foot here again. Well, you're the one that started it, so out. She turns around and clicks her huge heels against the floor as she walks away. And he's hired. Maybe having these two here is a perfect solution to all my problems. Well, a nightmare must be to live in your skin. You put up with people like that on a daily basis? I make a coffee quickly and quietly to serve it to Freddy. Look, I don't really have an answer to the question you asked me earlier. I'm just trying to make a living, but maybe we could figure it out together. You want us to find out how I could kill you? It goes deeper than that. So just sit back and wait for me to free up. I'll explain. Freddy grabbed the coffee cup and tried it, giving a thumbs up and decided to go to sit down. I'll give you a chance, but only because you make an excellent coffee. I let him go and got to work. The orders kept coming. Even Carrie had to help me. Chucky and Freddy didn't leave. They seemed pleased with the attention and scaring a few people. I took charge of collecting the money and making sure the coffee kept coming to the customers. By the time I realized it was already time to close, there was a nice twilight on the horizon. I closed the door and took 2 pastries, serving them both. Just warning you, if they're poison, you're just adding more flavor. Rat poison doesn't work on me. No, nothing like that. You brought customers in. It's a thank you gift. Oh, and then I'll accept it. I never say no to free candy. And you're just looking. Yeah, it does have a free candy fan. Then he puts the cake in his mouth, savoring it. At least I know he likes to bake. My baking. I've been checking out how you've been around today, and the attention you've drawn to the cafe. Actually, I have a proposition for you. A proposal for you. They both fixed their attention on me. I'm offering you a job. They both start to laugh out loud. I sigh, rolling my eyes, but let them finish without moving from there. You want us to work for a salary in your miracle cafe? Oh, please, sweetheart. That's the stupidest thing I've heard in years. Yeah, don't care about the charity for the disabled. Unlike this old guy. I do have my body, and I'm in perfect working order. It's like, wouldn't bet on that, Dolly. Well, he might want to watch his movies, apparently. I've seen the clips of him having a kid, so when he's having spoilers that he had a kid. Just why didn't you come up with such a crazy idea? I've never had so many customers before. I guess the dark appearance of the cafe and your presence made people think you were part of a themed cafe. It's just that I'm adorable. They can't help adore my pretty face. They were looking at me when they came in. The point is, I need this. I don't care if you say no. It seems you made your choice. Look, maybe I can help you. But tell me, why are you doing this? I already told you I wanted to kill you. So why keep me by your side? I want stability before I find love. Someday I want to get married, but while I wait, I want to be okay. I want to live quietly before I find my special person. That's why I want to do my business to prosper. I know that buying the cafe could bring me more debt than profit. But I found a solution, and that is to hire you to attract customers. You're the ace up my sleeve. Both characters look at me, holding back their laughter, but it wasn't long before they began to fill the cafe with their annoying laughter again. I sighed, stroking the bridge of my nose again. I was beginning to regret it. I think that's a very nice wish, Wyan. Don't worry. We'll make this work no matter what. Thanks, Carrie. At least I can count on her. I don't know if working a cafe is something that I always dreamed of, but I still want to know about what happened last night. I'll stay and help you. Who knows? Maybe I'll have fun in the process. Don't know if that's a good sign, but I'm going to ignore it. What do you think? I watched Chucky eat his muffin without paying much attention. I'll pass. It sounds like a load of crap. I don't work for minimum wage. And actually, I was planning on paying you for just assaulting the customers. Now that's something completely different. I'm interested. Okay, now that's everything settled, you go. I have several people in mind who can also work here. Come back tomorrow and we'll get started right away. See you tomorrow, sweetie. You might want to have some more sweets and desserts when I get back. Both figures stood up and walked away, talking about something, or arguing. I think they're roommates. And didn't pay any more attention to them. Are you sure about this? They don't look very trustworthy. No, they aren't. They'll probably stab you in the back. You afraid of them? No, not really. I got my ways of taking care of myself. What about you? Me too, Carrie. Don't worry about me. I'm sure of what I'm doing. Go home, rest, see you tomorrow. Carrie doesn't look convinced. However, she thinks for a few seconds and smiles, fully nodding and taking her things to leave. I, on the other hand, go out with the sun setting on the horizon. There's still daylight, so I should hurry. My experiences in town have shown me that this is not safe to stay after dark. Along the way, I think about the people I met in this strange city. Freddy and Chucky will do a good job, but can't do it alone. I have some very curious neighbors. To be honest, some of them could be useful. Michael looks scary. Maybe it would be a good idea to talk to him about the cafe. I can't think of anyone better. It's like, yeah, Michael. Have her, Jack. My landlord worries me more. He should. For some reason I don't understand yet. I'll have to avoid talking to him unless strictly necessary. Saturday night fell quickly. I entered the building and looked for Michael's apartment. I remember that his sister, Glory, told me where to look for her. I cleared my throat for courage and knock on the door with my knuckles. I wait for someone to come, and I hear heavy footsteps, and the door opens. Michael's enormous figure stands in front of me, his timid pose with arms crossed. He seems to be waiting for me to say something. Oh, howdy, neighbor. I struggled to speak for a moment. That's me all the time. His gaze burrows into me like knives. What a mean presence. I came here because, well, I was looking for someone with a special profile for my cafe. A striking profile. Crap. I don't even know what I'm saying. He doesn't move an inch. Does this guy even breathe? Maybe not. Well, only if you're interested. I need staff. Staff? Are you offering my brother a job? Yes. I'm starting to regret it. I think I'm annoying them. His sister has a similar presence at him. What a timid pair. She doesn't look intimidating at all. It's just an idea. I don't want to be evasive. Are you kidding? That's a great news. Do you know how hard it is for him to get a job? Michael is a great handyman. He will help you with whatever you need. I haven't said yes yet. I'm amazed when I hear him speak. He does it so little that I forget that he can do it. Unlike Jason. He can speak or we have to communicate with sign language. Are you serious? You gotta stop working, Mr. Torrance. How much is the pay? I tell him the details of schedule, pay, and duties. Michael seems more interested now that he's informed. That sounds like a good idea. Come on, Michael. She'll pay you more than Mr. Torrance in 2 weeks. I'd work giving minimum wage. Damn, Mr. Torrance needs to be investigated. Fine. Great. Oh, it's your first serious job. Amazing. Thank you so much, Wyan. Thank you. Come to this address tomorrow morning. I'll give the information to both of them and say goodbye. Michael was the first to go back to his house. I hope he's not in a bad mood tomorrow because of Laurie's presence. Whatever. I can't waste any more time. I focus on the next one. I hope to find him there, so I head into town. I'm on my way to the supermarket. It's still relatively early, so there's people around. I start looking around. I don't see the guy from before. I walk a little further, but quickly notice the nearby houses across the street. There's a guy from before, the one who spoke sign language. I see him sitting along reading something, so I approach him carefully. Hey. Great introduction. It sounds like I drank booze before speaking. I notice him looking up and focus on me. Unlike Michael, he's just big, but not intimidating. I think they're both intimidating. At least I don't think he's piercing my soul with a stare. At least sizing me up. I don't know if you remember me. I'm the person from last time. I share my chocolate with you? He makes a gesture with his hands, gesturing until he forms the phrase, "Yes, of course I remember you," in sign language. I didn't want to kill you after that. Thanks for the prison classes for saving me once again. Oh, excellent. Well, I've owned this cafe 2 blocks from here. I'm looking for people to work with. I think you're pretty interesting, and your appearance fits well on what we're looking for. It's a horror-themed cafe, so to speak. It's for me, it kind of sounds like an insult when you say that. Like, horror theme? I'm not horror. He looks at himself. He seems a little confused. No, I don't mean to any harm. It's a good thing. I need people like you. Do you have any skills? He gestures again. I'm good at making coffee. What a curious coincidence. He does seem offended. In fact, I think he might be interested, so I continue explaining. Well, I didn't expect that. But it's a nice surprise. Look, this is job information. Come tomorrow as a trial day. He glances at the paper, then looks at me. He moves his hands. I'll talk to my mom about it. Okay, I'll take that as a maybe. What's your name? He sighs again. I'm Jason Voorhees. Jason, okay. Well, I hope we see you tomorrow at the cafe. You're more than welcome. I said goodbye to the big guy. He looks a bit surprised. He kept looking at the paper and then at me. Having only one person left, I don't know where he could be. Maybe in the last place I saw him. He's probably in that alley. That reminds me clearly of the way I met him. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea to do that. The guy cornered me with weird questions. What's your favorite scary movie? But it's not like I have any other options, so I head back home with the intent of stopping by that place. I seem to have summoned him by thinking about it, because I quickly find him leaning against a poster on the wall. I almost passed by him in the last minute change of mind. Oh, great. I was already changing my mind. Leaving so soon? What is it today? My favorite horror series? Which one is it? Supernatural. I like The Mist. Stephen King classic. But no, I saw that what you were doing. It's kind of dangerous to have so many lunatics in one place, you know. And is Ghostface going to protect me even though you're technically the most normal? Well, Jason and Michael don't seem... Wait, what do you know? How do you know that? Have you been following me all day? He puts on our camera and takes a photo of me. I feel chills. Something tells me that he does this gesture very often without his photo subject knowing it. Alright, I'm out. I walk past him to continue walking. I know this was an awful idea. Oh, come on, aren't you going to ask me if I want to work at your cafe? Sorry, I don't like stalkers. No translation, we do like him. Yanderis. We have to be yandere. You're not willing to let me go so easy, apparently. He starts following me and walking beside me. Come on, I could help you. I know how to handle advertisements. Believe me, I'm great at getting attention. Not really. I haven't noticed you all day. Aw, thanks. Not a compliment. You want to work with me? You just harass me more? He makes a maybe gesture with his hands shamelessly. Forget. I don't even know your name. I'm Ghostface. That's not a name, it's a nickname. It's my name. There's no other. I'm not gonna put that on a contract. Oh, is that what you need? Well, my name's Billy Marsher. It's like, no, you don't combine Billy and Stu's names. Is that your real name or a fake one? Look, I'll be honest with you, it's not. But I'm serious when I say my name really is Ghostface. Did you legally change it to Ghostface? Cause we'll have questions with the office attendant. Listen carefully. If you want to work with me, well, you're not gonna harass me anymore. I need someone focused on the job, not obsessing over random people they just met. He crosses his arms, looking from side to side. For a few minutes, he seems to think seriously about it. Finally, he reaches out his hand to seal the deal. I glance at him briefly, debating whether to accept or not. But it's true, I really need someone to change of social media. If he knows, I'm out of options. I'm also extend my hand, shake his. Alright, come early tomorrow morning. Great, see you there, Wyan. He makes a side gesture and says goodbye, but not before giving me an evasive slap on the back of my head. I let a surprised gasp and go shout at him. But he's already moved away. I'm left with an insult on the tip of my tongue and my fist in the air as if I were fighting against the breeze. I will definitely regret this. As soon as he shows up his mask in the cafe, he'll hear from me. Dumbass. I continue on my way home. I think those 5 will be more than enough. Maybe this isn't a good idea. It doesn't look like a master plan to raise money, especially with such eccentric people. Freddy especially said he couldn't kill me in my dreams. Chucky is just annoying. Although he isn't. I don't know anything about Michael or Jason, but something tells me that the two of them are exactly like men. They have a strange aura. And Ghostface, well, is Ghostface. Maybe it's not that much of a problem for me, but maybe I should have thought about Carrie. Well, she seems calm in the presence of those two. She told me she could take care of herself, but I'll be keeping an eye on her anyway. I end up arriving at my apartment with my head still full of thoughts, barely even realize I'm here already. I sigh a little tired. It's already late. I walk towards the door, and now I see that guy, the customer. I think his name was Ash. But if it isn't my favorite barista. Oh, it's you. Do you live here? No, I noticed a guy at your cafe and the others you were talking to throughout the day. So stalking me? This is starting to become a recurring gag. It's like, I already have Ghostface. Short answer, yes. Long answer, I noticed that you were looking for them on purpose and wanted to take care of you. I still didn't want to lose my favorite barista. That's why I gave you the talisman. The what? Oh, right. The finger? Yeah, it's a saint's finger. Okay, we should probably not shake it on here. Don't know which one. But the important thing is that it protects you from evil entities. Or if it was Shikana's, it's because it is an evil entity. Evil entities like Freddy. Yes, the dream demon is dangerous, but that will suffice for now. Wait, is that why you couldn't kill me last night in the dream? Yeah, exactly. You're starting to get it. Well, what? Wow, well, I wouldn't believe it if it weren't for everything I've seen today. Have you noticed the strange things that have happened around here? I came to investigate, to find out why so many evil has gathered in this place. And truth to be told, you helped me a lot by doing this. Doing what? Putting some freaks to work for minimum wage? No, more than that. They'll be busy, and with your talisman they do what you say in a certain way. They won't know it, but you'll be able to have it your way with them. Da-da-da. McDonald's. You don't tame them like circus beast and force them to do what you tell them, but you could convince them, like you have a bonus on charisma, so to speak. And if we say the wrong thing, they can still stab us. So it's just Dragons item. Yes, amazing, right? This is too nerdy to be real. I like nerdy. But I don't see what's wrong with them. Apart from Freddy, of course. And maybe Chucky. Oh, you don't know it. But they're evil beings. At least all of them, except for your neighbor, and maybe Ghostface. He was a vessel for one. But most importantly, they were murderers to a greater or lesser extent. I'm surprised by what he's saying. But to be honest, a part of me isn't that shocked because, well, I guess I expected it. But now I understand why I felt something was wrong. There was something wrong. So you want me to keep an eye on a bunch of assassins? Don't worry. Serial killers. It's more about keeping them entertained. They're a bit old, and honestly, desperate to experience something new. But don't worry. If they try something, my team and I will help you. Your team? Yeah, some brats that helped me a while back with your friends, Jason, Freddy. The point is, I need you to be at the cafe. It will help me investigate what's going on, maybe even stop more people from being killed. And who knows, maybe you even help them. Well, it's a strange request, but if I could help you, and at the same time, it's good for my cafe, it's a deal. Great, keep my number if you need help with anything. Don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks for caring. I find it a bit hard to thank him because I'm usually the one who has to look out for others. But it's nice that, for once in my life, someone has my back, even if its reason is because I served them the coffee they like. Don't worry, Ryan. It's my duty. He left with a smile. I felt like I was in a movie. There was a part of me that wanted to get rid of this. It's too much pressure. I came for this place precisely with the intention of not getting into any more trouble. And it found us, though. But there was something inside my head that told me that I could do something important, something good. Something worth taking too much responsibility for. I let out a sigh. I feel exhausted all of a sudden, so I go up to my apartment to finally sleep. It's been such a weird day. Chapter 3, First Day of Work. Well, not for us. The sun hits my face, surprising me. I don't remember having a nightmare or anything, just falling asleep and waking up. I sit on my bed relieved after sleeping so much. After checking time, however, all the adrenaline struck me again. I'm gonna be late. I quickly jump out of bed and get dressed, skipping breakfast as I rush out of the apartment. It'll be a surprise if they all decide to come. I'm sure I am counting on Freddy and Chucky, but the rest? I'm heading downstairs. I know something strange. Turning around before leaving, I see Mr. Torrance. He's closing the storage door. He's looked back to me instantly. I look at the door. There's a red trace at the edge of the door. Oh God, I hope that's paint. I don't think it's paint. Oh, Wyan, good morning. He greets me as if nothing happened, though I wouldn't classify his way of acting in even near normal. Mr. Torrance, good morning. I'm going to... Wyan. His voice calling my name sends a terrible chill down my spine. It's dead serious and terrifying. I heard you hired your neighbor, Michael, is that right? I don't turn to look at him at all. I feel like I can't even move. I don't turn back. Is he mad? Laurie said Michael used to work for him. Getting paid less than him. Maybe he's angry. Is he upset? Worried? Maybe he's not happy about this. I look over my shoulder and see his expression, splash his face. It's confusing. I can't tell if he's angry or what. Yeah, I did. Well, we talked and he accepted. A couple of seconds pass until silence. He doesn't take his eyes off me. Feels like an eternity. I'm glad he got a job. I used to give him work from time to time. You know, it was always hard for him to get a stable job. Especially after what happened to him in life. In childhood and all that. Yeah, I heard about that. Adrenaline left my body. I sigh, allowing all the air that got trapped in my lungs go away. I quickly think of buying him and Laurie over for some wine, so we could celebrate his first real job. Would you like to join us? You're the one who employed him, after all. I made a small doubtful grimace. I didn't want to get involved with Mr. Torrance more than necessary. That was scary, but maybe it'll be better not to be seen as a blight. Yeah, of course. Excellent. Tomorrow night at my apartment. Then I'll see you there. Nodding and clicking withdrawal. I ran a bit too much to get away from the building, feeling my stomach churn. Just what was that? The paint on the door. Was it paint? I think it was blood. Was he playing dumb so I wouldn't notice? The fear I felt was weird. I didn't feel that way even around Freddy, and he's a frickin' demon. And we're gonna go on a damn this time. Jack is one of those cases where your body just screams danger. I start rushing towards the cafe. Didn't want to be late. I mean, we're owner, we can make our own hours. I haven't flipped the open sign yet, but I can't just stand around doing nothing. I start typing out the products we'll use today. I also handle yesterday's accounting and a couple of things I neglected because I was too busy chatting so much. I still have 5 papers to organize and several invoices. Damn, Burgessy. I would be happier if I only had to serve coffee. Hearing the sound of the entrance bell, I woke up to tell whoever entered that the cafe isn't open yet. That's when I find that enormous silhouette of Jason. He waves his hands, greeting me in his sign language again. Good morning, Lion. I finally convinced my mom to let me work here. That's great. I knew I could count on you. Apparently he likes being told this kind of thing. I could see he's happy about being seen as reliable. Starts talking again, but Mama wants to see how I'm doing, so he should show up from time to time. We give her probably a discount anyway. The comment makes me raise eyebrow. Jason's definitely a big boy, well. I decide not to talk about it. Just hope his mother doesn't want an employee discount. I'll give her an employee discount. If Bama wants an employee discount, give it to her. Or we might have a knife in our back from her. Of course, I'm surprised she's sure she's lovely. She'll always be welcome here. Now, can you please repeat what you're good at? He stops to think for a minute before telling me, I'm great at making coffee. Any kind of coffee. I even know how to make foam decorations, but they're not very relevant. I also know how to make pastries and enjoy gardening. I look at him in disbelief, whistling. Wow, I just hit the jackpot with this guy. You said you know how to make coffee, but a espresso machine is kind of different from a regular coffee maker. Jason nods, I know. Ma has an espresso machine. He took all he needed, and I saw him prepare a very well-made cup, as if using his machine was the most natural thing in the world. I'm surprised, although he looks big and rough, his hands were skillful and delicate. And just like that, in front of me was a cup of coffee with extra foam and a cute bear made of said foam. Wow, pretty. How pretty. I look at the coffee and give it a sip. It was a perfect cappuccino with extra cream. Damn it, this is a great coffee. Even better than mine. Where did you learn to do this? Jason seems flattered. My ma is very good at a lot of things. She taught me how to cook and make coffee. I see, your mother is a very skilled woman. I learned many things in jail, but I can't make a coffee this good. Jail? Crap, I said too much. Oh, nothing, don't worry. Get the stuff in the storage room and put it in the shelf, please. I could change the topic. He seems doubtful, but went to the storage anyway. I will not speak about my time behind bars, no matter if he's a killer or not. I don't like being an open person, and it's not something to brag about. Still, I look down at the coffee and wonder, is this giant teddy bear seriously a dangerous killer? With all the talk about his mom and the delicacy of his actions, he seems so gentle. Probably because his mom. But she's also a killer too, so. The bell rang once again, bringing me back to reality. As I turn back, I see Carrie, looking a bit agitated. I'm sorry, We're not open yet, Carrie. Don't worry, you're right on time. Relax a bit and set up the tables. You still get the punctuality bonus. Oh, sorry, I thought it was later than usual. Thank you. I think we were late too, so Carrie goes to the storage room to leave her stuff. That's when I hear a scream. It's okay, that's Jason, our new bartender. He's friendly. Barista. I shout from the bar, hearing a faint, it's okay, from where she is. I should have told her about the others. I just had so much on my mind. And for once again, the bell rang. It was my neighbor Michael, inspecting his surroundings. Oh, Michael, you actually came. I'm glad. Well, Lori told me you were good with repairs. He just nods. Quiet as always. Well, I brought the place with a couple of flaws, mainly in the bathroom. He raises a hand, making me realize he's carrying a worn-out tool case. I'll take a look. Sure, thanks. I look closely as he goes to the back of the cafe. This time he doesn't have his gaze fixed. He starts looking around, almost automatically. I can see he knows what he's doing. I hear voices coming from outside. Strangely, Freddy and Chucky came as they left. They were like just roommates, I guarantee it. I can now. See, I told you. You won't be early. What the frick? The sun's just appeared. What a bunch of kids. Guess I'll open. Jason's here already. Jason? Before I'm able to answer Freddy, Jason left the supply room with everything. He's like, yeah, no. Flashbacks. He slowly looks at Freddy while putting the stuff in the bar. I can feel his irritation in the way his fingers move. You brought this butthole? You guys know each other? I'm confused, but then I remember my talk with Ash. He said he dealt with Buff before. Long story. I feel my heart drop when I hear a voice right next to me. Oh yeah, these two despise each other. What the frick? Where did you come from? I never left. I was assigned for the job. I ended up sleeping here. We didn't even see you. We saw you in the alley. And how did you get the unlocked door? And it was like broken window. Do you even have a home? And you dressed up like as a stab killer? And where did you get that bad mouth doll? I'll show you, Will. No fighting. Chucky ran full speed at Ghostface, who took out his hunting knife. As Jason stopped them. Jason, stop them! I screamed. Jason moved faster than I thought, shoving Ghostface to the ground and lifted Chucky by the neck. I saw him holding Chucky as if he was a squeeze toy, his eyes almost popping off. Now that's fun. I'm glad I accepted this job. Stop laughing. Thanks, Jason. You can put him down. You know the word Charles to the floor. We didn't even know he was Charles until now. He nods and lowers Chucky to the ground. Ah, crap. He's a frickin' mountain. Okay, I'll behave. Well, now that this is solved, you are all here. I need to speak with you. Please sit down. I see Michael walk out of the back and quietly take a seat. The rest sit down a little bit uneasy, except Jason, who seems really calm. Well, I know you're all killers. Freddy was the first one to start crackling. Oh, really? What gave you that impression? Well, you. I wasn't talking about you, Freddy. That's obvious after what happened. I'm talking about the rest of you. How did you know that? His tone was stonic, as usual, but I could detect a hint of discomfort in his voice. Now, some of you don't hide it so well. Yes, I'm talking about you too. From my Ghostface and Chucky. Hey, wearing a stab mask and carrying a knife doesn't make me a serial killer. But yeah, thanks for noticing. Whatever. The point is, I won't say a word about it. All I want for the cafe is to thrive. That means I'll need you to obey a single rule. Well, technically 2 rules. You cannot kill anyone inside the cafe within 1 kilometer radius. Understood? What you do on your own time is none of my business. I see Chucky raising his hand. 2. There are 2 rules. I don't want anyone even coming near Carrie. Relax, I'm not one to mess with that kind of person. And that means... I said, curly offended. Haven't you noticed yet? Guess I'll let you have a surprise then. Oh, don't worry. Carrie's the safest one for me, at least. Okay. Lucky Carrie didn't hear us. She's just leaving the storage room with some cups and glasses. Now, that's a lot of employees. I know what you mean. A bunch of weirdos. Don't worry. Half of them are in costumes. And Chucky's just Chucky. Chucky, well, a little bit more than half. Awesome. I love the stab movies. Yeah, I like this one already. Well, now that you're all understood the rules, we have some work to do. It's time for a little remodeling. They all start working immediately, and I start thinking about what to buy and how to decor. Thinking about what I should bring. It'll be good to have some extra help. I should ask. This time, Freddy. I could see Freddy and Jason talking in a distance. Those two don't exactly look like best friends. I decided to move closer to hear what they're saying. Come on, big guy. No grudges. I just needed some help that time. To keep the party going. It's like, nope. Grunts and walks away in loud steps. Yeah, he definitely doesn't like that. I guess that's a no. I approached Freddy carelessly. You two already knew each other. Yeah, funny story. I hypnotized him with an illusion of his mom to make him kill some people in Springwood. Mama Bear appeared with some friends to spoil it, though.
Wait, so she was alive? Did she come with Ash?
Yeah, I understand why she did it. What? I'm just trying to keep my essence alive. That's hard. You know, people forget horror stories. I'd rather not hear about how you kill people. Can you go buy some decorations with me? This place needs some remodeling. Oh, do you want to spend time with me? Yes, because we spent time with everyone else. Except for you. For Pete's sake, do you want to go or not? Okay, let's go. I'd rather be away from Mama's boy. I take my stuff before leaving with Freddy, leaving some chores for the others to do while I'm away. I walk out of the shop with Freddy. A strange sensation washes over me. The realization that I'm spending time alone in silence with the person who tried to kill me a few nights ago. What do you even say to a dream demon?
Can you do that in dreams? I don't know, should I?
Did you really die? Well, I heard the legends. Is it true that you died? Oh, asking about my life now, are you? Well, that's funny considering I tried to kill you recently. And now that you work for me, nothing about the situation is normal. You're not forced to talk about it, though. As I'm born, yeah, I died. The parents of the kids I killed burned me alive. Why do I even ask? I could see a bit of a deranged mind in your dreams, you know. I know you're interested.
In what? Pokemon?
Don't drag me into your narcissism. It's just weird, a dream demon. I haven't forgotten that your first instinct was to kill me. Just me? Do you really think the mask metrosexual just wanted to say hello, and that the big guy didn't want to crush your skull with his bare hands? And Jason? I gave him chocolate first thing. Maybe, but at least they didn't rub it in my face, you know? We make it to the store. Luckily, it's open. Though, it's not Halloween season yet.
Definitely not.
It seems not to be empty as well. I take shopping cart and start walking around, collecting whatever catches my eye. You gonna buy all that? Did you get rich or in prison or something? Well, I made enough. Wait, how do you know about that? Forget I've been inside your head?
Yeah. Forgot about it all.
I'll ask you not to rummage through my memories. Do I look like I'll make this promise? Definitely not. Just don't talk about it with anyone else. Curry uncomfortable, I move away from Freddy to continue my shopping. While passing through the costume section, something catches my eye. Something that's obviously familiar. It's a leather glove with rusty knives and a saw-like blaze on the fingers. It's clearly referring to Freddy, though they're not as close to the real thing. Perhaps because dressing up like a real killer isn't the best ideas.
What puts past some window?
I take the glove out of the shelf and start examining it. It even has false blood paint on it. How cute. Want to take it as a reminder of me? To remember me? I don't think you were this famous. At some time, when the news macabre and suspicious deaths in Sprainwood started spreading, I sure left my mark after bending a kid in his own bed. I remember that. It caused quite a commotion. Yeah, I never heard of the Dream Demon from Elm Street.
Oh, your first outing was before my time, Freddy. Now, Ghostface's outing.
I heard it was just a hallucination some kids had, and one of them was the killer because of the trauma left by. Oh, you're on the right track. Okay, remember you were famous in the 70s? I won't even ask how old you are. I thought it was in the 80s. No, 89 is, howling. Well, is it something that matters after you die? 88 is child's play. How did you actually die? People just said you disappeared. Oh, I got released by defining technicality. The parents of some dead brats were mad. They hunted me down and burned me alive in the boiler room. Sounds like you had it coming. Maybe, although it doesn't make me less annoyed. I guess now you must believe that there was a dream demon. Maybe a little. I returned the glove to the place, hearing Freddy play with his own knives. You're just plain tough. Deep down, you're still the scared little girl. I make a disgusting face. What am I? What I am or am not is none of his business. I turn around, ready to complain about his pretentious attitude. But I'm not in a store anymore. I feel a strong chill in my spine. Though the fear is not the right word to define my emotion, I certainly am exposed and trapped. I sigh wearily and look around. Enough, Freddy. You know you can't kill me. Right, but scaring you is something else. Maybe it would help you believe me a bit more. Good luck with that. These games chase me through the boiler room. They don't scare me. This doesn't look like a boiler room. Don't worry, sweetheart. I have more tricks. I know how to make it more personal. His tone makes my skin crawl. I don't know what the heck he has planned. I'm serious, Freddy. Get me out of here. The only response I get is his laughter as I begin to walk. I hear the sounds of the boilers, laughter, steps, and metal coaling. The cold is unsettling. I can feel myself growing more and more tense, but the light takes my attention. As I cross the hall, I see a door, light coming out of its interior. It doesn't match the environment in the slightest. Freddy must have created it. I look around, a high alert in case he tries to stab me from the shadows. I approach the door with deep hesitation, and my hands reach for the knob. As my fingers touch the cool metal, a fair sensation washes over me. Anxiety that something is coming, like opening a door, only to find a lion laying on their side. A feeling far too familiar from my past. I don't want to believe he's actually pulled the stunt and wrenched the door open. It's my childhood home. Close the door and run. Let's see if this leads to bad end. I can feel my breathing falter as a knot was forming in my chest. I start shaking before Freddy can laugh at me. I close the door, stepping back and holding my head with both hands. Alright, okay, I believe you. Just stop. Don't do this. I step back once again and feel Freddy behind me. As I stumble, he holds me before I fall. You look like a little lamb. Scared now? Yeah, kill me if you want. Just take me out of here. I don't hear anything from him. I just feel my surroundings change in a blink. I start breathing a little better, but the anxiety remains. Hey, are you? My body reacts on instinct. I cling to Freddy. Maybe looking for comfort, or maybe just needing something to lean on. And at the point, I don't care anymore. I sink my face into his chest, and my anxiety is slowly disappearing. I admit, this isn't the reaction I was expecting. I allow a heavy sigh, starting to understand what he likes to make his victims feel. I like looking at this little... There's a little hat. Skulls. Wicked. That's I think it says wicked. Skulls. Potions? That's the truth. I'm not scared of dying, just of living in fear. That's why I keep living like this. A business pretending to be someone normal. Why don't you make some people suffer like you did? Why don't you make people suffer like you did? They call you a monster for years. I can't help but laugh between my teeth, gently getting out of his grip. I thought about it, but I really tired to the limit. I don't want this to define me, Freddy. I want to get up and have a day without dramas, something I can't have because of you guys. But honestly, I think I kind of like this way. I know this is actually speechless, ironic, considering he never stops talking. I smile a bit, but then I notice it has me wrapped around his arms. I quickly pull away, clearing my throat. Yeah, well, let's continue our work. Don't do that again. He sighs and returns to his usual stance. It wasn't as funny as I thought. No reason to do it again. I nod, taking hold of the cart and moving along. And you? Why do you live this way? Nah, I ain't saying crap, not even in your dream. Fair enough. I go towards the checkout with the cart full, carrying everything I'll need. I get lost in my own thoughts while I let everything go to the register, thinking about what happened with Freddy. No doubt digging into the depths of my head so it can be overwhelming. But he made me remember so many things I don't want to, and how I feel like. You're calling YN, what's the matter? Was the dream too much to handle? No, just thinking about some things. Oh, come on, it's no biggie. You have a nice business now. You're dependent. The guy is dead, you're fine.
He's like our stepdad.
That's not it. The business was just automatic response to the life. It isn't something I'm really passionate about. That's not what you said yesterday. Of course, did you want me to tell you two strangers in my employ that I had depression and certain thoughts? Well, that would have been funny. Ever since I got out of prison, it doesn't feel well. It feels like I've been drifting the tide. I guess it started when my mother testified against me at the trial. Alright, well, I know the feeling. And I thought you didn't like talking about the past. What's the matter with your mom? He's gonna tell us he was outgrown of resistance, but it felt more like he was getting ready to open up. I hurry up and pay, grabbing the bags to give Freddy some privacy to talk as we leave. We both carry a few boxes and walk out the store. Yeah, my mother isn't exactly the best. She was not very religious, the full one to be a nun, and they sent her to take care of some psychos at the hospital. One Christmas she got locked in. The guards left for the holidays. Without realizing she was trapped inside. They kept her there for days, and all those monsters. With all those monsters. I opened my eyes in surprise, for I didn't seem to feel any pain or pity for her. It felt like he was talking about falling out of a bicycle. No pain, just inconvenience.
You. Yeah, he was pretty determined to be a monster.
Don't you dare look at me this way. I don't care if the dumb hag had a rough time. She was a dumbass for her whole life. Gave me up for adoption. I ended up with an alcoholic that made me life a living heck. All her frickin' life, she blamed me for resisting. I was a monster, her biggest disgrace. And yeah, she went to my trial, waiting for me to be in prison, as it was her salvation. Then, when I was released on a technicality, you should have seen her face. She felt so upset she killed her. She RP'd herself the next day. There was one time she tried to catch me in a dream, but she never had the strength to look at me in the face. His last comment is laced with bitterness. There aren't any right or wrong words to confront a serial killer like Freddy, a man who thoroughly consumed by rage and sadism. Do you think you're this way because of how you were conceived, or is it because she abducted you? I think it's probably because you rejected him and was expecting the question to surprise him like that. He glimpsed and gritted Steve. Who knows? I don't care. I am who I am, and that's all. Even if she loved me, nothing was going to change. I was born to be who I am. She knew that. But no one is born to do anything. We all have options. No? You still have. What do you mean? That I can become a better person and stop killing? He's kind of too late for that. He's already kind of dead. And a demon now. Really doubt it. But I won't say you can't. That's the funniest crap you said said yet. Then again, I think, well, technically Freddy's worse than, definitely would be worse than Alistair. In fact, I'm pretty sure most characters in there would read what he's done and go and kill him themselves in hell. The funniest to me is that in the end, we have something in common. Our mothers hate us. I'll be honest, my mom, she was just pathetic, but yours, she is a real hag. Yeah, I'm in peace with that. Before I realize it, we're back at the cafe by Millie Nose, a bright pink silhouette standing out front. Oh, this will be good. Freddy versus Chow. Not her again. It's Chow recording at the coffee shop with her phone. It's probably something bad. I wanted to get closer and complain, but Freddy was faster. Look at that! Someone called the hags already. Excuse me? He got dangerously close, touching her shoulder with his gloved hand. I'm glad you're here. Some clients got tired of the same. We thought some adult entertainment would help. It's like, come on, Freddy. You're definitely on her little list. And since you are so desperate for attention, I'm sure it wouldn't bother you if you gave your attention to what you want in the storage room. Seriously, Freddy, how dare you frickin'... She visibly recoils, shoving him away, looking fully disgusted and terrified. It was worth playing it just to see her reaction. You and your tired freak show. She goes away, shouting insults and curses. I get closer to Freddy, looking at where the girl was. Disgusting, don't you think you're exaggerated? Spoiled girls like that need a good scare to calm down. I don't think that's a scare. No, Freddy. You got a point, come on, we need to set all this up. I arrive at the cafe, leaving the boxes in the floor. Everything's clean, so no one is dead, and there are some customers. Everything seems in order. Those who stayed seem to be doing their job. Somewhat surprised, I approach Carrie. She's tending to the cash register without problems. All seems in order. I'm gonna be honest, I thought they would give you trouble. You mean the new employees? No, they did everything right. She seems confident, and it's strange to think that Carrie, such a short and thin young woman, managed to control the 4 murders, and I left. Now I think about it, I should have done that. No, Jason's like all protecting her. Maybe I sank so deep into what I had to do that I didn't think about it all very well. I'm glad all is in place. Call me surprised. I definitely make you manager soon. Really? Yes, I don't have me candidates. Even if I did. If I had, you're my favorite. Thanks a lot. Thank you a lot. I look around me and out of what I expected. It seems that everyone has adapted quickly to their role. The new guys seem to attract a lot of customers. People with their weirdness. I notice Ghostface taking photos around the place. The mask doesn't seem to block his charisma. A lot of people come take pictures with him. Jason seems very truthful and skilled at making coffee with Carrie. People seem to love the art he makes on the cups, taking photos and enjoying their taste. Michael, although he doesn't talk to anyone, seems to be doing his thing very skillfully, so people seem to like his mysterious appearance as they take photos from a distance or talk excitedly about him. Freddy could be considered the least interested in this, but he seems to have fun getting people's attention, telling them grotesque stories from time to time. Everyone is amused by them, thinking they're false because of his carefree attitude. And Chucky. Chucky's being Chucky. Chucky works as a weird mascot. Everyone thinks he's a toy, modified and swear or behave like an idiot. They love it. Even the girls are delighted by his little face. And some people know it's Charles Lee Ray. There are more customers than I ever thought I could have, and they seem to love this place. I smile happy that, despite the terrible idea of putting a bunch of learners in one place, it doesn't seem to be going too badly. I could have storage room in order to take care of the new menu. After all, if we're gonna have a horror theme, then food must follow the same line. Take a sheet of paper and sit on this, and I sit on the sofa. I take a sheet of paper and sit on the sofa to start writing, also calculating the expense of food, coffee, and new cups. I start doing more and more calculations. I take a consideration the money raised over the years. That's a good amount of sport. The numbers are starting to get red. After I'm done with the expenses for decorations, the grants, branding, and everything else, I let out a long sigh. Put the paper beside me and bury my face in my hands, consider asking for a loan, but my reputation as ex-con is more than enough for the bank to decline me. I start thinking about other means. I feel desperate, but I seriously refuse to give up on the shop. I'll do it for Carrie, and for what Ash said to me the night before. I almost ignored the fact that someone entered the storage room and poked my face out from behind my hands and see Freddy leaning back on the shelf, looking with doubt and amusement. He just won't leave us alone today. What's the problem? You look like you just shot blood. Disgusting joke. I don't even know why I'm surprised. I lie back on the couch, letting my head fall on the backrest. It's nothing. I'd love to ignore you, but since you're my new boss, or some crap like that, I think it's part of my job pretending to be concerned. And plus, we had a moment a little back in Spare Halloween, remember? I'd love to tell him to screw off, but I just saw and began explaining. I'd love to tell him to... Tomorrow on the food, and then looking for tax money on the food, and then fix everything broken in place to comply with the legal requirements. It was sort of crap. Yeah, I know the thing or two about those things, so you don't have the money? I kind of have. The thing is, I'll stay on the red to keep maintaining the coffee shop and myself. I have to raise prices to cover, and that can bring be a bad for our image, since is it New York. Paying a little extra for the horror theme might be good. Oh, I see. You're not arrogant about finances. I thought you'd be more of an idiot. Thanks. I think. I don't have time to hear your crap right now. I have to think about solving my problems. I don't see a reason for the drama. Just ask for a loan or something. He already knows what we've been in jail. Can't do. I have a bad record. Really? You seem so financially responsible now. Yeah, that's what happens when you're behind bars. Oh, the prison thing. I get it now. Oh, on their hand, I think about the other options, but they'll be difficult, more dangerous. Like robbing a bank. Yeah, stop complaining. I'll give you the money. I freeze for a moment, and then I look up, a little disarray, before processing what I heard. I am talking to some kind of dream demon who was child murdered while alive. I still can't believe him. I don't have time for jokes, Freddy. I'm not joking, really. I stop for a minute, looking around, examining the situation. I turn my gaze to look at him for a few seconds, squint suspiciously. What do you want? He laughs like I just told him a super funny joke, and then he comes over, throwing himself on the sofa right next to me. He puts his arms behind the back of the sofa, looking at me with an amused expression. I need business to boom. Let me explain before you start acting stupid again. Being a dream demon doesn't come with unlimited powers, you know. My powers come from people knowing me and knowing my name, from the fear that I'll stalk their dreams. Let's just say that in recent years, that power hasn't been flowing because I killed most of everyone who knew me. Sounds like something you do. No, it's something you would do. Yeah, I get it now. It's a business. If the business works, everyone will talk about the cafeteria and the Freddy Krueger guy in it. I don't necessarily need them to be scared right now. If they know I exist, that's enough for me to enter their dreams. Makes sense. Does that explain why you can't kill me? Kinda. But was sure I could at least scare you. Didn't happen. Well, kinda did in Spirit Halloween. I'm sorry that this affects your self-esteem. Do you want the frickin' money or not? Yes, forget I said anything. I see that he searches behind his trench coat and pulls out a ton of money. My eyes are surprised. Receiving the scare amount in my hands is intimidating. Well, wait, where did you get that? He still robbed the gene bank. I'll do whatever I want, I can do whatever I want, baby. Don't ask questions. After receiving Freddy's money and feeling like some kind of well-paid ag, I proceed to put it in an envelope in the safe, taking care of his investment money. I start taking care of preparing everything for the reopening. Freddy went back to his work when Carrie entered the storage room. Oh, Ian, I'm sorry for interrupting you on something important. I just was wondering if you could tend to the register while I finish making panerai. Sure, no problem. I'm coming. Thanks, boss. I leave my list there and go to the cash register, while Jason and Carrie take care of the food. I stand in front of the register, noticing a small line in front of me. I am no surprised by the amount of people in the shop. Perhaps it's due to the fact that there's almost no places of interest in the town. I start taking orders and helping prepare the coffees and snacks. Soon the line disappears and the store fills up. I smell satisfied and devote my time in counting the money while no new clients appear. That's when I hear the bell chime and raise my head to greet the customer. My mouth shuts when I notice his style. That's not all that I was expecting. Oh yes, this place looks like it's like I've been told. Is the coffee good, or people really come here for your mascots? Nothing is going to surprise me at this point. Well, buy it and try it. Fair enough. Can I have an iced mocha? Iced mocha macchiato for second casket, but it's still funny that it's blank. I nod and put the name on his cup and pass it for Carrie to prepare. Oh wow, they weren't lying. You got them all in here. Excuse me? I see what appears to be his eyes glowing in the strange darkness of his hood. He lets out a laugh. The killer. I freeze for a moment, looking for the guy from top to bottom. And freeze. I thought nothing would surprise me. Maybe he's another murderer. Oh, sorry, we're not hiring right now. It's got a very interesting laugh. I see I can understand why you're the boss around here. Not just anyone can keep those guys at bay. Who are you? I'm Casket. His order is ready. Carrie gives it to me and continues with her work, although I notice I should subtly glance at the customer. I leave the coffee in front of him, looking directly at his hood. I could still see a smile, scared by it. Why, weird guy. He drinks the coffee by bringing it closer to whatever he has instead of a face, giving a thumbs up. Well, I'll be a regular here. This tastes great. You didn't answer my question. Relax, I didn't come here to do anything wrong, either you nor to the cafe. I just happened to be around. Okay, Casket, right? Well, I just don't want any more weirdos in my life. No, but you're in Amityville. You only find weirdos here. A lot different than real Amityville. There's only like one haunted house. And it's probably not... There's some people that say it's not even haunted after the book and movies were released. Lets out a laugh and takes something out of his pocket. A dollar bill. He lays it in the tip jar and walks out of the door. Yes, I've noticed this town seems to be a creep magnet, though it was an actual site of a um massacre too. So yes, I noticed the town seemed to be a creep magnet, so I wouldn't blame it for being haunted. Does it have to do with what Ash told me? Now that I think about it, I better stop thinking about it and focus on working. Worrying about the oddities of the town won't pay my bills. The day soon ends and we close. My employees don't all leave. Some stay to help organize or to bar me. I stand at one of the tables, counting the profit. Next to me, Carrie is serving some desserts to the boys. I'm surprised to hear them all thanking her. They all seem pretty quiet around her. I wonder how she managed to keep them like this. Her powers. I was about to ask her what, when suddenly I hear a bell ring again, which confuses me. I did put the sign in case we were closed. So I work barista. I wouldn't take much of your time. Hey, Ash! I get up from my chair to walk towards him, shaking hands as agreeing. I could feel they are growing heavier behind me. When I turn around, over my shoulder, I know some tense looks. What? Why are you looking at me like this? Oh, yeah. What to say I've been clean with most of your adorable employees. You mentioned it last night. I see. What brings you here? I'm sorry to tell you right now that we're not serving coffee anymore. I get. I was actually going to accompany you home to talk about an important topic. If that doesn't bother you. No, let me grab my things and... Freddy. Ash, it's been a while. Don't you think you liked... didn't think you liked them so younger than you.
Of course, he's gonna be the one that does that. It's like, she's like, this person mine.
I look at him, confused, and bring him an annoyed poke. Freddy, you're still as nice as the day I met you. No, I'm just protecting Lion from all you. Oh, so you're the reason I can't kill. Control yourself. Don't make me beat you up again.
Now he just found out.
Try me. Calm down, Freddy. We'll talk about this later. Right now, I have to go. Remember that we'll work to make that happen, right? Right, okay. See you tomorrow, sweetheart. I feel my cheeks redden a bit at the nickname. It catch me off guard. I clear my throat. I take care of the finishing all my obligations and take my things. Everyone else starts to leave, and I close the coffee shop to go with Ash to the apartment. We walk through the streets, and I look around from time to time, making sure Ghostface is following us. As we walk a little faster, Ash starts talking. Your business is doing very well. I hope the quality of the coffee doesn't fall off. Don't worry about it. Jason's coffee is better than mine. Who would have thought? When I first met him, he was killing teenagers, and now he's making foam bears and coffee. Well, I'm glad things went this way. Maybe Ghostface is following us. Don't worry, I would have known. I would know. If I'm being honest, they really aren't the problem here. No 5 serial killers in one single town? Or more. And yet, they're not even half of my problems. I'm going to tell you something. A few years ago, I found out that apparently, according to a prophecy, I'm the chosen one to face heck and its evils. Don't ask me if it makes sense. I don't find much of it in that either.
And, guarantee it. It's not the heck from the husband of Tal. Or baby.
That information brought with it a lot of crap. First, I lost everyone in my life, friends, partner, even my family, all because of the damn Necronomicon. That information brought with it a lot of crap. First, I lost everyone. Okay. Oh. No, we're repeating it. Oh, I won't have to explain it then. Yes, that damn book. It made me lose my hand. Crap. Ash, that's screwed up. My bad. Stop with that. I don't like being consoled. I nod at him. I never liked Pity Eater. Anyway, the topic is that I guarded the Necronomicon for a few years, but let's say it's now in someone else's hands. I don't really know whose, Probably Pam was. But I do know that it's in this town is attracting a lot of heckish energy, causing some evil and crazy things happen. Now that I've questioned you about it, but earlier today, a weird guy appeared in the cafe. I couldn't see his face, and he was dressed very strangely. Now, his dress was normal, but his face wasn't. Yeah, you're starting to get it. This sucks. Is there anything I could help with? I'm no fighter, but believe me, I don't let myself get intimidated so easily. It seems like Freddy likes you a lot. I'm left feeling a little embarrassed and started a little. No, it would be crazy. They're murderers and insane. And do you think that's a bad idea? Personally, I wouldn't recommend it, but love can change someone. I can't guarantee anything. But who knows, maybe you make the right decisions, they will stop being monsters.
Or one of them will protect you.
I listened to Ash's words carefully. I'm not saying that I like them, but I guess I won't dislike them either. Feeling like this takes a lot of time to force, so I can't guarantee anything. For now, I think I'll just focus on helping Ash and keeping those guys out of trouble. Flying close to home, from the car on my street, I managed to see Mr. Torrance in the entrance of the building. He's sitting on the bench in the front garden, smoking a cigar. My landlord, I don't want to talk to him. Ash pulls my arm. He seems tense and turns his back on my apartment. Dash, your landlord?
You're moving in with me now.
Yeah. Are you okay? I'm starting to get worried. I feel like I've seen that face somewhere. In a hotel. But I don't know where. I can't remember. Something bad? The Shining? He tries remembering, but just lies and denies it. I have a lot of things to worry about right now. Maybe it's nothing. I'll accompany you inside, not to make this chat longer. Thanks, I appreciate it. We make our way towards the building. We pass in front of Mr. Torrance, and out of courtesy, I decide to say hello, avoiding the heavy smoke. Good night, Mr. Torrance. I'm heading in with a friend. A few days here, and you made a lot of friends. Good to know. Glad you're the sociable type. Have a good night. He greets Ash, who moves his mechanical hand impatiently. You too. I notice a fixed stare from Jack. The vibes get very tense in a short time. I walk inside with Ash, and we both leave Jack outside the residence. I decide to let Ash inside my place and close the door behind me, and invite him to sit down. Want something? I brought some bears yesterday. You read my mind. I smile at him and go to the fridge, picking 2 bottles. I don't have an opener yet, but a knife does the job good enough, a trick that a funny prisoner taught me. I walk over to the couch and hand Ash a bottle, seeing that on the other side. I take a sip of my drink, letting the bitter taste fill my mouth, and that will relax my muscles. I don't want to be nosy, but I really have to know, how do you feel living here? Nightmares? Paranoia? The question catches me a little off guard, but I just chuckle. That's how I've been feeling for a few years now. What do you mean? I don't like to talk about it, but Ash doesn't seem like the type to judge, nor someone who can laugh at me, or call me a murderer for what I'm going to say. Plus, he's already done a lot. I'm ex-convict. Years ago, I had an accident with my stepfather. He was abusing me. He tried to kill me one day, so I killed him first. That's how I got jail time. I only got away earlier because they found new information about my case. A policeman supported me because I told him it was self-defense, so he investigated until he got the evidence. All that deteriorated my mental health. I'm already been living with constant paranoia and PTSD. Prison only made it worse. I saw a sorrowful expression on Ash's face as he let out a heavy sigh. Okay. Well, that's screwed up. I'm very sorry you went through all that. If I'm being honest, you're way stronger than you think. You think so? I've seen people go nuts for less. When what you went through didn't make you stronger, it sucked. What did make you stronger here were the choices you made, and the fact that you didn't let the world break you. You're better than me, really. I lost my sanity years ago, even though I may have calmed down, seem calm right now. I lost everything around me. My only way to survive was to go crazy. But not you. Even a system where Ux convents can't do almost any work. You managed to set up a coffee shop. That's more than enough many could do. Hey, I'm proud of you. Proud of you, what you do. I'm glad I found you. You helped me a lot with this. You will help me a lot with this fight. I lowered my gaze a little. Hine gashes of tears running down my face. I quickly wiped them away and laughing bitterly. You caught me off guard, old man, but thanks, I needed that. It's been way hard. Frick, yes it was, but I'm glad you're here in one place at peace. I can't say the same. Mrs. Beer with his mechanical hand, adding to his joke, I only managed to let out a small laugh. I think this is what I needed, a quiet night of chatter and beer. And that was Horror Romance of Freddy's Route. If you want my content, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and commenting below. I'll see you guys next time.